We now finally have enough leaks and rumors to confirm that Apple's M5 iPad Pro is coming later this fall, likely in October, and it is going to be insane, potentially coming with one of the biggest changes ever that's been leaked and rumored for years now and has been delayed over and over again, but I think this time we are getting it. Now, recent leaks and rumors from Mark Gurman said that Apple's gonna be releasing both the iPad Pro and the MacBook Pro this fall with the M5 chip, but only a couple of days ago, he came out and said that the MacBook Pro is getting delayed into early 2026, but the iPad Pro was not mentioned, which means he still believes it's coming this fall. On top of that, we also got a report that the OLED panels for the new M5 iPad Pro went into mass production, getting ready for that October launch. So with all that said, I believe we have enough evidence to say, yes, for sure, 100%, the iPad Pro is coming in October. And with this new iPad Pro coming, there are a couple of really important leaks and rumors that I think is gonna make this iPad Pro a much bigger deal than you think. With a secret design change, that's gonna make it finally worth upgrading after so many years. But now let's first start off with the new M5 chip going into this iPad Pro. There isn't gonna be any major redesigns or changes with this chip other than being on TSMC's latest and greatest 3rd generation N3P process, which means better performance and better efficiency overall. In terms of the single core, we're expecting over 4,000 points, which is going to be amazing on this new iPad Pro. That means everything's gonna be more snappy, web browsing is gonna be insanely fast, and loading apps and everything else. Now, in terms of multi-core, this is just nuts. We're gonna be seeing over 15,000 points, potentially around 15,600, which means it'll be faster than the 12-core upgraded M3 Pro chip, which is just insane. And in terms of graphics, we're looking at around 66,000 points. That's what we're expecting to see. That's almost as fast as the binned 14-core M3 Pro GPU. But with that said, I want to get into the surprise feature that I think could be showing up in this iPad Pro for multiple reasons. Now, I have a feeling that based on all the leaks and rumors, the chassis and the dimensions are going to stay exactly the same, but I think there's a good chance that Apple's going to introduce reverse wireless charging with MagSafe built in on the back of the M5 iPad Pro. Now, that has been rumored for years, multiple times over and over by Mark Gurman and other sources, but it kept getting delayed. So why would Apple do this now? Well, here you go. If you look at the leaks and rumors for the iPhone 17 Pro models, there are a lot of upgrades coming to the MagSafe wireless charging system, potentially even reverse wireless charging that's been rumored for years, finally showing up in the 17 Pro models. On top of that, the entire MagSafe magnet system is getting a complete redesign with a brand new shape, basically carving out some of those bottom magnets in that circle. So what better time to introduce reverse wireless charging if you have to make all of those changes anyway? So how are they gonna do this on the super thin iPad Pro that has a full metal back? Well, it's actually quite genius. But first, our sponsor MagEasy has their brand new CoverBuddy case for the iPad Pro that's unique in a few different ways. First off, it's so thin that when you have it on, it's barely thicker than the camera bump, which is just insane. And with that, I can actually still use it with the Apple Magic Keyboard without affecting the overall experience while protecting this expensive tablet. The second thing is that this case keeps the iPad cool while playing games thanks to patented graphene thermal tech that's built into the case that dissipates heat through this pad and lets the iPad stay 1.5 degrees cooler thanks to this awesome tech. On top of that, it has a built-in Apple Pencil holder, which is great for keeping my pencil more secure to the iPad, and it still supports wireless charging. So the CoverBuddy one-ups other cases by letting you use it as though it's not even there, allowing you to put it on the Magic Keyboard, take it off without having to remove this case at all, so your workflow is seamless. And you can get 36% off the original price by purchasing on their website. So make sure to follow them on Instagram and use the links down in the video description and pinned comment below to order today. And now getting back to how Apple can add reverse wireless charging to the M5 iPad Pro, there are a couple of options that were leaked a couple of years ago. One of them was to give it a full glass back, which a lot of people said, hey, if you drop it, you might crack it. That's a very expensive fix, so that might not be the best. And the other leaked rumor was that Apple was gonna give it a glass logo so you could kind of MagSafe charge through that. Well, there's actually a little bit of a better solution, and it shows up right here. This is the 17 Pro dummy model, and one thing we know is that it's gonna be milled out of a full block of aluminum, including the entire camera bump section, with this little area being a window on the back made out of glass to enable MagSafe charging. So Apple could theoretically do the same exact thing on the back of the iPad Pro, where instead of making the entire back glass, they could do a smaller window section like this, just like they're doing on the 17 Pro models, and that is how they can support MagSafe charging and reverse wireless charging. Because if you think about it, it's still gonna be very durable since the sides and edges, camera bump, all of that will still remain aluminum. Only the inside portion would be glass. And the cool thing is, if you look at X-rays of the Magic Keyboard case, this section on the back right here is fully empty on the inside. So technically, if you grab a MagSafe puck, pop it right there on the back, and you would still pretty much have wireless charging support going through the case. Just like many cases right now with iPhones, it still works, which would be so cool. And going further, there were rumors that Apple was gonna change up the logo, potentially changing the orientation. Maybe they can move the location to kind of match it so it works with the Magic Keyboard as well. So that might actually have something to do with the new MagSafe feature being potentially added. And the reason I think this is coming now is because if Apple makes no changes to the iPad Pro except for the chip, then what's the point of releasing it anyway? The M4 chip is already very fast, so what's it gonna change with a faster M5? It really needs something else, especially since they already upgraded this Magic Keyboard case and they're not gonna do it again this year. It really needs something else. For example, there is 5G support that's rumored for the iPad Pro, but that's not gonna be coming until the M6 iPad Pro, according to the leaks and rumors. And of course, there's no design changes whatsoever, so something has to get done, and I think MagSafe charging will be perfect for this year. With that said, regardless, I'm super excited for the M5 iPad Pro, especially if Apple surprises us with that reverse wireless charging feature. That is gonna make it a great upgrade. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Definitely hit that button above to subscribe for more videos and check out one of those two right there, especially the early 2026 Apple event video. That's very interesting. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.